Overview. For most guys, attraction is solely based on appearance, money, or touch. However, this is the secret. Women are never going to say it aloud. Her mind is the actual switch that you may turn. It has nothing to do with your hand movements. It is something you unexpectedly bring up in conversation. Her heart can race with only one sentence delivered in the ideal tone and at the ideal moment. She can't even tell why her cheeks are flushing or why her mind is racing with uncontrollable ideas. I'm going to tell you exactly what to say to her in the middle of a discussion today that will make her feel attracted to you right now. Because you won't be just another guy once you've mastered this. She will be thinking about you all the time. 1. You're making it really difficult for me to act appropriately at the moment. The secret is right here. Most males never get it. The bedroom isn't designed for attraction. The pauses in between sentences and the lighthearted moments when tension infiltrates, when desire is suggested rather than expressed, are built in. You're making it really difficult for me to act at the moment with this line. Why words matter more than you think is one of the most effective ways to turn her off without ever touching her. Why does it function? Because it performs three functions simultaneously. It's not expected. It's oblique. Additionally, it keeps you in charge while sowing an erotic seed in her thoughts. Consider the scene. She is discussing a light-hearted topic, her workday, an account of her companions, even anything very commonplace. You're maintaining eye contact, grinning, and listening. Then you speak a little more quietly and say it rather than interrupting with a joke or attempting to outdo her narrative. Right now, you're making it really difficult for me to behave. The impact is instantaneous. Her mind twitches. The conversation's typical cadence is broken. All of a sudden, she is not merely narrating a story. The story is about her. And what is she thinking about? What does he mean? How does he feel about me? If he quits acting in this way, what would he like to do? She wasn't touched by you. You didn't even provide any description. Explicit, but she fills in the details with her imagination, which is always stronger than anything else. You may give a direct description. Herein lies the role of psychology. Compared to direct comments, suggestions stimulate women significantly more. It sounds flat if you say anything like, "You're sexy." She has heard it 100 times already. However, if you state that you're making it difficult for me to act appropriately, you're not merely praising her. Rather, you're acknowledging that she has immediate control over you. Additionally, women get so enamored with the concept of being wanted that it interferes with self-control. The Stoic attitude that denotes great worth. Here's the catch, though. It only functions if you deliver it calmly. Smiling and maintaining calm eye contact, say it. Avoid giggling uncomfortably. Take your time. Keep it simple. Just as significant as the line itself is the pause that follows it. Allow the quiet to linger. Allow her to experience the stress. Allow her to ponder your actual meaning. It is therefore addicting. Consider the subtext. You don't sound desperate when you say, "I want you right now." You claim to be having an impact on me. I typically have control over what you're taking from me. It's erotic. Psychological power is that. Due to women's cravings, men who maintain their composure and discipline, she becomes addicted to your attention when you demonstrate that she is the only one who can lose her composure since it gives her a sense of special power. The script is also flipped by this line. In discussion, the majority of males put themselves beneath women, pursuing, flattering, and attempting to impress. However, this isn't a request for her approval. It is a factual statement. You're not requesting authorization. You're not trying to win them over. On your terms, you're gently disclosing the impact she has on you, and that self-assurance is captivating. The great thing about this term is that it can be used practically anywhere. at dinner, during a laid-back get-together, or even in midlife. It succeeds because it creates a tense break from the norm. It transforms casual conversation into foreplay, and once she hears it, she won't forget it since it sparks her creativity long after you've finished speaking. Don't overthink things the next time you're with her. Don't wait for the ideal opportunity. Await her to finish speaking. Lean a little closer. Drop it and give her that half smile. Right now, you're making it really difficult for me to act appropriately. Observe her pause. Observe how her cheeks get red. Observe her as she tries to continue but falters. The power of suggestion lies in that. That's how you turn her on in the middle of a chat about how to pique her interest and generate attraction without losing your cool. In actuality, ladies do not develop an addiction to your touch initially. When you don't even touch them, they get dependent on the feelings you give them. Second, I probably shouldn't express my current thoughts. There are some words that express your desires to a woman. Then there are those sentences that leave her wondering what you're after. Furthermore, wonder is usually stronger than clarity. This statement, I probably shouldn't say what I'm thinking right now, thereby strikes her more strongly than any explicit remark or compliment could. This is the reason women have a mystery addiction. They are not as attracted to directness as males are. Men perceive and desire. Women imagine and feel. Therefore, you are not giving her a conclusion when you interrupt a conversation with this phrase. She can't resist filling in the blanks with her own fantasies since you're creating a loop in her mind. Think about this. She may be leaning forward, laughing, or narrating a story. Close. You allowed a tiny smile to appear on your face. For a moment, hold her gaze. Then you whisper, almost as if you're speaking to yourself, I probably shouldn't express my current thoughts. Her mind goes blank. Her query erupts inside of her as soon as her words falter. What's on his mind? She is aware that it is a charged item. She is aware that you are keeping it from her. Additionally, the fact that you're controlling yourself adds to its allure because self-control is what distinguishes the man she desires from the men she forgets. This sentence is effective psychologically because it combines control and forbidden desire. Although you're not expressing them directly, you're giving off the impression that you're having strong, probably sexual thoughts. You're not in a hurry to reveal them. You are cherishing them, hugging them close to your chest, and maintaining your composure. She becomes addicted to that stress. This is where the genius lies. You don't ever need to justify yourself. What are your thoughts if she makes fun of you? You are free to sneer and say anything I shouldn't. You can use playful mystery to deflect her if she presses further with real-life examples and breakdowns. Giving her the solution is not the purpose, because her imagination will always produce something far hotter than anything you could say explicitly. The goal is to let it do the work. Consider the difference between a man who leans in and says, I probably shouldn't say what I'm thinking right now, and one who says, You're so hot. The game is being revealed by the first man. He is predictable. He gives her clear praises, just like many other guys do. The second man poses a threat. He forces her to follow the idea he has in his mind. To decipher him, he forces her to labor. Additionally, women develop an obsession with guys they are unable to fully understand. This idea was interpreted differently by the Stoics. Restraint, not pleasure, is a sign of mastery. Respect is due to a man who is able to restrain his desires and who does not reveal all at once. Furthermore, such restraint in attraction goes beyond simply earning respect. It arouses desire. This is the way to use it. Hold off until the energy between you is light-hearted, light, and possibly flirty. Avoid making too many plans. Allow the line to flow as though it were an involuntary utterance that you were unable to control. Grin. A calm, knowing smirk not a silly one. Slightly lower your voice and leave the words hanging. I probably shouldn't express my current thoughts. Then halt. Don't elaborate. Avoid giggling uncomfortably. Take your time filling the void. Allow her to sag closer. Give her time to fidget. Give in to her pressure. The spark is that quiet. The addiction starts with that tension. Because this is the reality. Hearing every detail of your desire doesn't turn women on. Sensing it, pursuing it, and being drawn into its mystery are how they become aroused. She gets just enough information from this line to understand that she affects you, but not enough to pique her interest. And she will become fixated on that disparity. She will be mentally reliving it by the end of the night. What was he contemplating? What did he not want to say? And without ever touching her, you go further into her thoughts each time she considers it. Since the true allure saying everything isn't the key to developing and mastering this ability, saying just enough to get her attention is the key. Consider the others. 3. What you do to me is unknown to you. Certain expressions are not only flattering to women, they give her a shake. They strike her body like a current, ignoring her reasoning. One of the statements is, "You have no idea what you do to me." It's strong because it combines desire and restraint, vulnerability and dominance. Furthermore, it throws her entire neurological system into overdrive when you say it during a regular discussion. This is the reason this sentence is so effective. The majority of guys either exaggerate or downplay their attractiveness. They either remain mute in the hopes that she would just figure it out, or they say something direct like, "You're so hot," which comes across as flat and predictable. However, this sentence is unique. It's not an honor, it's an admission. You are exposing the fact that she is having a greater impact on you than she is aware of, which gives her a frightening sense of power. Consider the scene. She's mocking you or recounting a story while giggling about something ridiculous. You give her time to finish. After maintaining eye contact, you speak in a slower, somewhat lower tone. You whisper, "You're not aware of what you do to me." Immediately, the air changes. She flashes a curious smile. She leans in. Her creativity takes over. What are you saying? What is she doing to you specifically? She is forced to fill in the blanks because you don't say it aloud, and her imagination will always conjure up an image that is far more sexual than anything you could have said. This sentence is effective psychologically because it conveys impact without being desperate. You're not implying that I need you to survive or that you should like me. You claim that I am impacted by your presence, and I am mature enough to acknowledge it. It's uncommon to find that harmony between integrity and authority. Most males either hide everything out of fear or reveal too much too soon. This expression falls exactly in the middle. The tone is crucial. It loses potency if you say it too quickly or too loudly. It must be spoken softly, almost as if you didn't mean to say it, with a brief pause followed by a half smile. Women are addicted to such glimmers of unguarded truth, and it feels like a thought that escaped unedited and raw. The statement, "You have no idea what you do to me," also has a layer of dominance. She is not superior to you. You're interpreting her impact on you as something significant, even hazardous. It suggests vigor power is being withheld by you. You've decided to exercise restraint, and because of that, she longs for the day when her inhibition might finally give way. The secret is right here. Anticipation arouses women significantly more than action does. Dopamine surges during suspense, not release, according to neuroscience. That suspense is created by this line. "I'm holding something in." It informs her, and that's the hook if you knew you couldn't manage it. She wants more because of that. Imagine her response. She plays with her hair and chuckles uncomfortably. Like what? Avoid giving a direct response. Simply smile, maintain eye contact, and allow the silence to linger. Her imagination will work harder if you don't give too much away. She won't be thinking about her story at the end of the evening either. She'll be playing back what you said. You're not aware of what you do to me. This type of speech becomes ingrained in her subconscious. She questions whether I actually have an impact on him. When he stares at me, what's going through his mind? You can't get enough of that curiosity. It transforms casual discussions into foreplay. In actuality, you may turn her on without touching her. All you have to do is let her feel the consequences of your self-control, the passion you conceal beneath composed speech. And this sentence is the ideal way to convey that energy since it makes her realize something that most women don't often experience, that she is enough to cause everything to fall apart. A man who is unyielding to others. Click the subscribe button now if you're prepared to learn the secrets of attraction and the things women wish you will never discover. And if you've ever witnessed a woman flush, falter, or ramble due to something you said that was subtle, please mention it in the comments, because you won't only speak to women from now on, you'll make every discussion enticing.